We don't want to be name droppers, but WIBX's Harvey Lisker has some interesting friends. Al Hurt, Ray Conniff, Keely Smith, Johnny Desmond, Chick Corea, Louis Belkin, Woody Herman, and it's nice that Harvey's friends appear on his show. But what's best about Harvey Lisker's all-night show, besides the great music he plays, is Harvey. Put him on your list of people you're proud to know and listen in Sunday through Thursday night, all night right here on WIBX.
And we have a gentleman on the phone line right now by the name of Joe Petralia, who comes out of New York City. Joe, are you on the line now?
Harvey?
Yes.
Yeah, listen, I got some things to tell you, too.
You go right ahead.
Well, first of all, I moved 35 miles nearer to you.
Oh, really? Where
How
at?
about that? I'm in Rockland County.
Good for you. You're coming up to God's land
I
now.
have a house here, and I have property for a change that goes on forever. I never had that before. I was always used to having some neighbor saying, turn that stereo down.
Well, you have to tell the people that's New York City, right?
Yeah.
Joe, how many...
I set up my office. I just moved about a week ago.
Joe, now you're in public relations, right?
Well, I've been involved in record promotion for the past 25 years. I got very lucky with a beautiful man, Tony Bennett. First record I worked on with him was I Left My Life in San Francisco.
You know, as a matter of fact, let me just jump in there. I found out that, see, I'm from Providence, Rhode Island. And I don't know who it is. There's a relative of mine that he always sees in Providence whenever he performs there. It's a gal, and I got to find out. I'll drop you the name as soon as I can find it. And see what we can do there, because I want to get Tony on the show also.
Yeah, great.
So, I don't know. I just suddenly came off the top of my head there when you were mentioning that.
A recording artist?
I don't know if she's a recording artist or somebody who lines up all of his personal engagements. I don't know. He's very close with her, though.
With Tony?
Yeah. Well, I'll drop you the line. As a matter of fact, this weekend I'm going down there, so maybe I'll be speaking with her.
Yeah, by all means.
And who else?
Well, I was also associated for a good 7 years with the late Earl Garner.
One of the greatest. One of the greatest.
Really one of the greatest.
Hey, I only tell the people that we're live. If anybody wants to give us a call while we're talking here, feel free. We're on a conference line. Telephone numbers are 736-0186 in Utica, 336-8110 in Rome,
Good.
894-3675 in the Mohawk Valley. And, of course, this is AM 95, WIBX, Utica, Rome. I'm Harvey Lisker, talking live with Joe Petralia. Okay, Joe. I said my piece, now you can say yours.
Okay. You want to hear a little bit more about me?
Sure, go ahead.
I did 16 years on radio before my promotion. I was with a station that is no longer in business. I don't know if you recall a jock by the name of Alan Courtney. You go back that far?
I don't recall him.
He was replaced by Freddie Robbins.
Mm-hmm, okay.
Of Robbins Nest. It was the old WOV, and Freddie was replaced by William B. Williams. Oh, golly, a good 35 years.
That's what I thought.
35 years. And I did a morning show with a fellow who's no longer with us, too. He was a great newscaster for WNEW for many, many years, a fellow by the name of Joe Gibbon. We used to do a sort of a Clavin and Finch type show from WNEW called Wake Up New York with the Two Joes.
Really?
And the station was Italian programmed in the afternoon. See, and I would hang around at night to sub for any jocks who were called in sick. I also did their programming. But during the day, I used to have a lot of fun with the Italian announcers, to the extent. My Italian was so bad, I was a comedian. I became a comedian. And I did an Italian comedy show with my band Italian for 4 years. There was no script involved or anything. And I just had a ball. You know why I lost the show? Because I started to speak the language correctly, and it was as corny as can be.
Yes, we have a pretty good Italian population up here also. You see some of the people that come in, you know, from the Midwest or whatever it is, and try to pronounce the Italian names, and it just doesn't work.
Yeah,
So you have to break it down phonetically for them.
That's right. Yeah. Well, I did a show with a guy who was sort of the Italian version. It was back in the days of Arthur Godfrey. He was the Italian version of Arthur Godfrey. His name was Aldo Aldi, and I was known as the Vagabondo. Like I said, we had a lot of fun. And when I left WOV, I went to Columbia Records for a few years, and then I went into business for myself, and as I said, I got very lucky with Tony Bennett, who was a great big help to me.
He was the first one that you pushed?
Yeah, he was a great big help. Like I said, we got lucky with I left my heart in San Francisco, and we're still very, very good friends. We talk at least 2 times a month, and he may be recording again soon.
Oh, that's good.
And this is what I've been involved with down through the years. I've been involved with the Old Groove Merchant label. You remember that?
You got a slight memory in the back of my mind.
Yeah. Sonny Lester was the president. And I was with them for about 3 years. That was a great experience. I was their Eastern promotion manager. This is what I'm doing now. If there are any singers who, because middle of the road music is coming back so strong, Harvey. I'm sure you're aware of it. I just came back from a trip in San Francisco and L.A., and there are more jazz and middle-of-the-road stations coming back. It's like the old days again.
Well, that's what I hear. The adrenaline is really pumping out here, and yeah, I'm glad to be a part of it.
So am I. The only thing I'm sorry about is that I'm sorry I didn't save my old suits. They're going to be coming back, too.
The old zoot suits.
That's right.
Yeah, with the long chains. You know, it's funny because I don't see it up here yet, but I understand in various parts of the country, the younger people are now taking to dressing up in the fashions of the 40s and the 50s.
Not only that, but they're holding each other while they're dancing, too.
Oh, my goodness. We'll have to do something about that. They don't know what they've been missing.
And all the big bands that are coming back, isn't that nice?
It is, and I tell you, we've got some great talent up here, too, in our own Utica, Rome area.
Wow.
So maybe, I don't know, maybe you can get some clients out of the people up here.
Well, if anybody wants to give me a call and mention your name, I wouldn't even charge them the consultant fee.
How do you like that?
Yeah, but I'd be glad to meet with them and hear their products.
Yeah, we got some real good stuff around here, and
I bet you do.
Yeah, and it's professional too. It's not just amateurish. In fact, there are some people who have never had professional training, but I'll put them up with any of the professionals that we have.
It's a born gift.
That's right, and also, Joe, who else are you representing now? I noticed you got Ruth Stein, and also you doing Ray Anthony also?
Well, these are people who have, come out of the closet. Andy Russell. Remember Andy Russell?
Oh, sure.
Sure. And high society music, too, with Lester Landon. Mm-hmm. I'm involved with Lester. And I have people who just keep coming and going that way. Down through the years, I represented Johnny Mathis for several years. This is when he was involved with his old manager, Helen Noga. And, golly, you name it, from Barbra Streisand to Andy Williams. You know.
Right, now, how are you finding the record industry in general now?
I find it coming back very strong again with the good music, because I've always tried to maintain, rather stay in the line that I love best, which has always been jazz and swing, the big band sound, and the good middle-of-the-road talent. I've always found it to have a lot of longevity for me, even through the rock era. Not that rock has died, rock is still here, but I just couldn't get myself involved with it too much.
Well, that's what we're all saying. You know, there's a place for everything, and rock is good out there for those that can appreciate it, but it's not my cup of tea.
No, and like I had mentioned earlier, there are so many stations around this country that have gone back to your type of format. There are at least 800 on my list.
Yeah, but there's only one like mine.
Great. I'll go along with that, Harvey.
Hey, Joe, I'm going to put on a young fellow here that's with me. He's my sports director.
Yeah.
I want to ask you a couple of questions, and he's also Italian, so you can get along fine.
We all have our problems.
Half Italian, Joe. Half Italian.
Ciao.
How you doing?
Fine, how are you?
Good, good.
Good.
Listen, there are a couple of guys up here now. Harvey had touched upon some of our local talent, and I was wondering if you might know one or two of our local talent. A guitar player by the name of Carmen Carmonica, who I believe may have worked with Tony Bennett at one time.
What is the name again?
Carmen Carmonica.
It rings a little bit of a bell.
I know he was working with Tony Orlando, and also was working with Lou Rawls for a while.
Yeah, well, I did some work with Lou Rawls.
And another keyboard player.
with Rick Montalbano was musical director for Lou Rawls.
Lou Rawls also for a while there. And I thought I was almost positive that Carmen may have also done some work with Tony Bennett.
Well, you're forgetting the Zitos also. You know, the Zitos from Utica, they worked with Tony and also Frank Sinatra, I guess. So, like I said, there's a lot of great talent up here, and who knows?
Maybe we can do something about it.
Yeah, maybe we'll be touching base with you there.
Good. Good, because, like I say, it's nice to be known locally, but it's a little nicer to have it spread nationally.
Yeah, you were talking about it being spread nationally, and it was starting to really come along on the West Coast. I heard it. I was in another room when I heard you mention that.
Yeah.
It's really starting to build up in the Frisco Bay Area.
Well, I tell you, while I was there, I attended. I had no idea it was in existence, but it was the 7th annual dinner for the big band, and I stayed with a band leader friend of mine, Richard Morby.
Yeah, I know.
Remember Richard Morby?
Sure.
Yeah, it was a beautiful place in Santa Monica. And he told me about this big band that they were having.
Had about 600 people up there, I think, wasn't it? Never nowadays?
Yeah, they had it in North Hollywood.
Yeah, right.
You know? And, it was great. Steve Allen emceed it.
And that son of a gun, I haven't gotten him to call me yet.
Steve Allen?
Yeah.
Oh, he's the greatest.
I'll have to tie his shoelaces together next
He
time I
doesn't
see
know
him.
me, but I'm a big fan of his. He's just the greatest.
Well, he's too busy selling those copiers.
Well, you know who some of the guest stars with, guests with that night were Alvino Ray,
Right.
Les Brown, who's that fellow who does all the Academy Awards? Johnny, I can't think of his name.
You got me offhand there. Are you familiar with a guy out of New Jersey by the name of Rich Zabo?
With who?
Zabo? Zabo?
No, I'm afraid not.
Well, we'll have to get you in touch with him, or him in touch with you.
Fine.
Because he's a young trumpet player, and he is really going places.
Fine.
Have you heard or gotten involved in anything going down there in Hackensack, New Jersey? The Ori Denoria Auditorium?
Yes. Well, I was there when one of my clients was there, Andy Russell. And I'll tell you, it was a great crowd.
Yeah, I've been going down there a few times and really enjoying myself, having a great time down there.
Yeah. Yeah, it brings back a lot of good memories, doesn't it?
Oh, sure. It's good to see the entertainers are still alive and kicking, too.
Yeah.
Because it's just like with Johnny Desmond when I saw him. I said, hey, Johnny, where have you been?
Oh.
And he said, I haven't been anywhere. You know, I'm out there working. And just because he hasn't been in the public eye on television, people think that he disappeared with Miller.
Yeah.
But it hasn't been that way. So he's coming back. He's going to be doing some recordings also this year.
He's going to be very, very active now. Frankie Lane.
Yeah.
And, I'll tell you who, too, I had a nice talk with out in Westbury Music Fair in Long Island, was Keely Smith.
Oh, sure. Yeah, well, I've been seeing her a couple times, too.
And she sounds just as better as she's ever sounded.
She is the nicest gal, I'll tell you. We went down, there was a big snowstorm in Hackensack in February. She came on stage with her boots and her jeans and broke the place right up.
Oh, bad.
Listen, Joe, if anybody wants to get in touch with you, why don't you give us your address?
Sure, I'm at 176 North Middletown Road in Nanuet, New York. Zip code is 10954. And I can give you my phone number, too.
You want to do that over the air, or you want me to...
Well, why don't I give you that later?
Okay, good enough.
Okay?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.